Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. That's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oakley dokley, what do we have a look at? Entertainment only, and yes, it is a poster from what is it? The Last of Us. It's my daughter's poster. It was just lying on the top of all the other artworks. I grabbed it yesterday. I'm going to have to unpack some of my artworks to to display them. Otherwise, we'll just start rotating again. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? I've grabbed the Trip and Wait Tarot and the Trip and Extras. It does mean for a very, very fat deck, so I poker shuffle them in increments and then throw them all together and do a overhand shuffle. What I want to have a look at in this particular reading is there was a lot of speculation about the orange twerp the other day, the orange idiot. And if you wonder why I call him that, because he's orange and he's an idiot. The orange idiot with his dentist appointment. I did get that it was actually a dentist appointment. I got that he had broken a tooth and the veneer or something along those lines. Other readers got other things, but yeah, it's very easy to leap into the something major is happening. He may have gotten some other treatment while he was there. Oh, look what's popped up on the bottom. I don't think he's actually long for this mortal plane. I really honestly don't, but the other day I didn't get that it was it. Who did end up in dire straits was Rudy, Giuliano. Giuliano, you know who I'm talking about, Rudy Giuliani. The one that chased the Italian mafia out of town and allowed the Rusky mafia in. Chronic alcoholic, allegedly, and was rushed to hospital the other day, put on a breathing ventilator, and from what reports are coming out, he had pneumonia, or he has pneumonia. I did see there were some calls for Vance to visit him, which I thought quite amusing. And let Vance visit him. But I do want to have a look in this particular reading because I've got, as I am poker shuffling and splitting randomly, I've got the Emperor and the Sun card. I do want to have a look at the Orange Idiot's health. Oh, and like most viewers, as soon as I start looking at his health, I get the having to clear the throat, the congested lungs, and now I've got an eyelash or an itchy eye. So I wonder what's going on there with him. So I'll have a look at the Orange Idiot's health. I don't know that Rudy is going to be coming out of hospital. Oh, wasn't it lovely, the backlash against Bezos's sponsoring the Met event? Yeah, love it. Absolutely, totally deserved. Okay. I've got so many notes here on so many different topics that it's almost hard to know where to go. Now, apparently he did turn up. I did watch it. Well, I didn't watch it. I put the video on and then on mute and fast forward it to see how long he stood there for. The Orange Idiot did attend the Small Business Summit in at the White House for about 45 minutes. So he's been put on display for about 45 minutes. I do get that he will go have a very public splat event, and was it Mystic Shadow sent me a video where she had been asking Pendulum on a circular alphabet to give her information, and she got that he would go down on live television with a heart attack. So, yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I've always seen it'll be public. I was really hoping that the one the other day at the correspondence dinner wasn't the public going down, but I'm glad to see it was confirmed that that wasn't what is going to happen. But okay, let's have a look. So I'm just going to have a look. I want to have a look at, first of all, Trump's health. Told you it was fat deck when they're all combined. Trump's health, and then I might have a look at Rudy as well. I don't think he's going to come out. I actually am surprised he's still going. Apparently he's off the ventilator and breathing on his own. But okay. And I got this when I read on this last week with the Orange Idiot, I got 3 moons in the sun. So whether it was 3 full moons, which takes us to uh, gone by the end of June, but a collapse prior to then. I'm not quite sure, but let's have a look. How is his health going? Rushed off. I am actually drawn to the fact that my own mother, Christmas Day, broke a tooth, and so we call it Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, we had to track down an emergency surgery for her to have her tooth extracted, which happened, and then she passed 3 weeks later. So I keep getting that today, so I do wonder whether 3 weeks from yesterday. But let's have a look. He basically turned up to an event for 1 hour, walked out, stood behind the podium, yabbered on. Oh God, rambled on. Absolutely rambled on, and then for about an hour with a couple of other people coming in, he looked really bad when he was just standing there, when he wasn't animated. And I am also drawn to, with my own mum, when literally in her last weeks, when she had guests at home, even if she was in her pajamas and someone knocked at the door, she would pull herself upright. She would stand with shoulders back and chin up, etc. And she'd sit on the sofa and she'd have a conversation with them, basically until I chased them out, maybe about 45 minutes, an hour later, and then I'd literally have to pour her into bed. So don't be fooled by the Orange Idiot being able to summon himself for about an hour. But let's have a look. What's happening? What's his health like? What's his health like? And then I might move on to Ruvio, going to visit the Post with a different deck. But what's the Orange Idiot's health like? Come on down, let's have a look. I did quite an in-depth, so we've got 2 hermits straight out. Now, because it is the combined decks, there is more than one of some cards. I think there's 3 moon cards, and I pulled all 3 moon cards out last week. So we've got the 2 hermits, isolating, shining a light in the dark, introspection. A lot of readers have been saying, now I gathered Trevor from Scrying Out Loud said it, but I heard it from Gloria on with Denise Knight, and one of you lovely viewers told me there was another reader who I'd never heard of was picking up as well that the Orange Idiot would start talking about his mother a lot before he passed over. Now you'll notice in this particular hermit card, he's holding a snake. And if I use the Gilded Tarot Royale, there is a snake in the path to preventing the path forward. So we've got the snake here, but 2 hermit cards and the Fool on the bottom. New journey, heading out on a new journey. I'm almost not game to turn it over in case there's another hermit. Oh, and then death. Wow. How's his health? Not good at all. So we've got the 2 hermits. So he will be more and more not appearing. And then we've got death. Okay. What have I got on the bottom? I've got the Fool. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. The Fool. 2 fools. Uncharted waters. This is also about the Fool, but it's also about on this new journey. But on the bottom, 2 fools. And then we'll be given information about his health situation. So he will not appear more and more often. I did wonder at the fact that the dentist was, taking off at 8 o'clock in the morning, because it is quite common that there is an increase in elderly patients being taken from nursing homes, etc., being taken to hospital at about 7 in the morning, when the staff start, waking up the residents. But yeah, he'll be more and more. You won't see him, and then he'll pass. Now, I do wonder whether with this fool, and then information's going to come out. I've often seen that they'll cover it up for at least a couple of days, as long as they can, and then news will come out. So just watch for it. It's not yet-ish, but yeah, hermit, death, fool, page of pentacles. And what have we got? 5 out of the 6 cards are major arcana. Okay. Those 2 fell out. A decision needs to be made. Oh, this is about succession, about the succession. King of Swords, overreach, the burden, trying to get it into some legal challenge, perhaps, that'll be overreach and expose everything. Because I've often got, okay, because now I do want to go and have a look. So the succession is going to be under challenge. Oh, I just split the deck, and here we've got the 5 of Swords, the betrayal, the abuse of power. There's infighting at the moment. Could go either way, looking at other options. And then you've got the false victory here. Okay, so I'm going to put these cards aside, and I'm going to have a look at trying to find room. Rubio. So I am going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale. Got some new cards on order. Can't wait till they turn up. They're ones that I've been after for ages. I went to buy them the other day, and I went, oh, the postage. And then I went, what the heck? If I can't buy myself a couple of cards, split the deck, and guess what's showing up in the middle? The Tower card. And the 2 of Pentacles, juggling the options. But also we've got the ship coming in from overseas, attempting to bring the ship into safe harbour. Now, what I want to have a look at is apparently a Rubio, Narco Rubio. And if you want to know why I'm calling him Narco, look up his history. New partnerships, new relationships, new beginning, a cleansing with the Tower card. I've often got that Narco is, he's juggling for the POTUS position. The infighting that's going on behind the scenes. Vance has not been seen in public since he didn't clap for King Charles's speech in Congress. Afefe from Touched by Tarot did a good reading on Where's Shady. The infighting that's going to be the legacy. And then we've got this new beginning for somebody who's going to come out on top with this infighting. Okay, let's have a look. Rubio's off to visit the Pope this week. Not Vance, not the good old Catholic boy, but Rubio. So, just tell me what Rubio's up to. What's Narco Rubio up to? Oh, and Gnome. I might have a look at her too. She was fired on the 5th of March. She had 7 weeks, apparently, allegedly, to get out of the Coast Guard residence. Is it oceanfront or riverfront or whatever it is, some really posh joint on a military base. She's had 7 weeks to get out. Well, that was nearly 2 weeks ago. So no. She's obviously trying to keep herself protected from something. But let's have a look. Rubio. Let's have a look at Rubio. What's Rubio up to? Oh, there's that popped out again. What's Rubio up to? What's Rubio up to? I've got two other cards that have popped out, but here we've got this nightmare situation in regards to the Queen of Swords. It's my the military, justice, as information is brought forward, contracts and agreements, trying to keep something under wraps, but you've got here the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, secret dealings, secret agreements in the White House in regards to the Hermit. He's not sleeping real well. Rubio is a Gemini, so he is Swords energy. This could be internally for him, doesn't need to be a female. Internally for him, he's really stressing about something major. And what I think it is I think it's, what have we got? Movement forward, chaotic movement forward in the Supreme Court. He's going to go for the POTUS position. I've always gotten that he's going to go for the POTUS position. Okay, so show me what's happening with that. Okay, show me about the meeting. Rubio's meeting with the Pope. How's that going to go? How's Rubio's... A lot of messaging coming out from unexpected sources. But let's have a look. And there's the Sun. Yes, there's going to be unexpected information come out. Okay, I'm going to leave Rubio and the Pope. They're wanting me to move on to Vance. Now, I know Fefe read on that this morning, something to do with Usha. Yes, Fefe. I did watch it. Hardened commented on it, but then I was also answering my emails while I was listening, so I might not have taken it all in. But Vance, what's up with Vance? Not been seen since King Charles addressed the Congress. What's up with Shady? What's up with Shady? Let's have a look. Right, the Strength card, the Leo card. Vance is a Leo. Okay. On a short leash, I suspect. Usha might have him on a short leash here. The Strength card. I mean, Usha's theoretically, from the waist up, she doesn't look pregnant at all. I know we all carry babies differently. But, okay, challenged by volatile information coming out. The Star, the energy that he's stewing in is the narcissist, the wannabe star. In the past, some sort of declaration, Queen of Wands. See where this goes. Right, the Ten of Cups, the end of the happy families. Ooh, Tower moment for him in the immediate future. He tried to win over the turning point and failed miserably. Even EK is failing miserably there. The turning point people don't want a bar of either of them. It's almost like that turning point event that he went to where it was 2/3 empty and even Erica didn't turn up because there weren't enough tickets sold. It's like that was just the end for him. Okay. being forced, the externally moving on, internally 10 of swords. Gosh, hopes and fears, the Sun card being fully exposed. The outcome, new opportunity, Page of Pentacles, to go somewhere else with the Four of Swords. And we then got the Seven of Swords, having, and then the Ace of Swords. Remembering that Rubio is sword energy. Yeah, I think, and then the Three of Wands and the regret. And the legacy, and on the bottom we've got the 10, the infighting, secret dealings happening, etc. and so forth with the on the bottom there. Those on the inner sanctum, that's, to me, that's is that Susie Wiles, Queen of Pentacles? Might be. I think she's an earth energy. The wheels turned, the Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Fool card. I'm just going to put it down there. I think there's plotting afoot that Rubio, Vance is not going to be VP, and I think he knows it. Okay, so show me, is Shady going to step aside for Narco? Is Shady going to step aside for Narco? Is Shady going to step aside for Narco? Okay. Inner Sanctum. There's Susie Wiles again, and the Wheel of Fortune again. Things changing. Could also be something happening on the home front with that Queen of Pentacles about health. Because you've got here the independent female being in her gilded cage. The Queen of Pentacles could be information about Usha's health that changes everything. Hidden agendas about the partnerships, and then a new partnership being offered with the High Priestess, the Lovers, and then the Two of Cups. A new partnership being offered. Just pop those on the bottom. King of Swords, there's Narco, and Shady out in the cold. And the King of Pentacles taking the stage. Yeah, I think, Ten of Swords and the Sun card. For when the King of Pentacles goes down, everything will be revealed. I keep going. We've got the Queen of Cups trying to keep a lid on the situation, but the Eight of Cups, 3 spilt, regret and walking away. The Moon card, the Hierophant, which is government, and then the Five of Swords, and then Justice. Yeah, I think, that might be the Supreme Court making a ruling on it. Secrets within the government, betrayal, deceit, stealing, lying. Because Shady was the one that was on the ballot. Pardon me. I think Shady's going to get, when the time comes, Shady is going to get replaced. Okay, is Shady Vance going to step down? Is he going to cite something like his wife's health or something? Is Shady going to step aside as VP? I mean, he hasn't been a VP. He's pretty much just holidayed the entire time. Is Shady going to step aside as VP? Well, that one fell out. That one flipped over. So Wheel of Fortune. Something turning, something changing. Nine of Pentacles. And there's Rubio again. There's the felon again. There's the devil. And an agreement. Because Rubio is a Gemini, so he's the sword. Vance is a Leo, which makes him, is that Earth? I'm just trying to think. I mean, this could be Vance as an agreement with the devil. Out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles, coming unexpected, the infighting, secret agreements done with that Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, trying to keep it under wraps, Queen of Wands, and there's Shady with the Strength card. Surrendering with the Nine of Wands on the bottom. The Magician, manipulation, manifestation perhaps, but the Three of Swords, betrayal. The Ace of Cups, a new partnership. The Hanged Man, being sacrificed. Yeah, I don't... I mean, a lot of us didn't see Shady being POTUS. I think he's going to pretty much be forced to, assuming events don't overtake. So if the Orange Idiot parks it tomorrow, then Shady would be theoretically POTUS. But the plan is to replace him with Narco. And he's going to, I think he's going to, there's going to be something like he's going to plead Usha's health or something. I mean, they usually do say health, yeah, temperance, Ten of Swords, and then the Sun card, which is big yes. Yes, that's what they're telling me. Keeping something under wraps with that Queen of Cups in regards to the feminine energy. And then we have, oh yes, and then the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Something new, a bit huge announcement coming out, I'd say, about Usha's health with that Queen of Pentacles, where he's going to step back. We've then got the Ace of Cups, cleansing, new partnerships, Six of Swords, moving on from the relationship, hidden agendas. There's Ruby, Vance himself, and the betrayal card with the Three of Swords. Yep, I think he's, and there's that was poking itself out at me, the Fool. New beginnings for somebody who's going to be put in a very uncomfortable position, a false victory. That's going to be a huge judgment moment. I think that's how it's going to play out, unless the Orange Idiot keels over between now and then. The plan is underway with the infighting to there's Spotty Dog come for cuddle. It's a very sleepy day. I'm tossing up whether to have a nap or a walk after this. The dogs have been snoozing in the hallway. The cat's fast asleep upside down on her cat tree, which is very unusual. Usually she's outside, so interesting energies today. I want to have a look at I was going to say I want to have a look at Rudy, but as I poker shuffle, split the deck and poker shuffled, yeah, down for the count. Keeping something under wraps about his health. You've got the Emperor here, the Orange Emperor, making some sort of announcement, and the Fool card off the cliff. I would be surprised. Oh gosh. And we've got the vascular event. I mean, I pulled that off the top of those cards, and then we got the Hermit underneath, but the vascular event and the Hanged Man. And then we've got here the Knight of Cups, which is about the false friend, and we've got off the cliff with the Fool again. I don't know that Rubio's going to come out of hospital from this one. I'm going to leave that there. Oh gosh, and apparently it's all Biden's fault, of course. You know how it goes. It's all Biden's fault. Okay. Even though we're nearly 18 months in. I'm going to leave that there, and we'll see how it all plays. Catch you shortly.